Are you serious? Are you serious? What's going on with all these bus crashes, ferries turning over, train derailments, and it's happening all the time, and it's causing so many people to lose their lives? Are you serious? Well, it's happened again. I want to thank Nick of New York for these reports. We have a bus crash, this time in southwest Haiti. 23 people are dead, 17 are injured. Port-au-Prince, Haiti, a bus crashed in the southwest portion of the nation. 23 dead, as we said, 17 injured. It happened yesterday, May the 3rd, 2014. The mayor of the city of Germain told Reuters that the cause of the accident is still not known. The accident occurred near the coastal towns, and media reports are saying most of the dead were from one area. They were on a far western tip of the southern peninsula of Haiti, and they still don't know what caused the accident. This is what concerns me, is you have a bus crash with 23 people dead and 17 injured, and you know what caused it? Again, the roads are terrible in Haiti. It's a very impoverished nation, and of course, they've really never recovered from that big earthquake they had back in 2008 or 2009, which left about, I forgot how many thousands of people dead, and the country is really struggling. So please pray for these folks. Pray for the families of the deceased. Pray for the wounded, as Haiti doesn't need this. Also, Nick of New York reports just coming in, Bangladesh. This time, another ferry has capsized. Oh, Lord have mercy. The death toll has now risen to 12, with 12 people still missing, as 5 more bodies have been pulled out of the river there in Bangladesh. It's a horrific scene, again, as these ferries keep tipping over. Now, the ferry was carrying about 50 to 60 passengers when it capsized. Oh, dear Jesus, help them. Pray for these folks here, as this is a terrible, terrible situation developing in Bangladesh. And please pray for the families of the victims and anyone that may be associated in this situation. It's very devastating. And also, Nick of New York also reports to us that there's been a train derailment that has just happened. And it happened in India. Another train derailment, this time leaving 9 dead and 30 injured. The train engine and 4 carriages came off the rails in a remote village. The injured have been taken to the hospital while rescue teams continue to search for other survivors. So that those numbers could change. It's still a fluid situation going on there in India. And as you know, we had the terrible South Korean ferry that tipped and going to leave probably around 300 high school students dead. And why did the captain and all of the crew tell them all to stay there while they got off the boat and left these kids there to die? I mean, I just don't get it. But there is some horrific things going on. Of course, the Malaysian airplane, Flight 370, that has disappeared without a trace. And we've got some information on that. I'm going to come back and tell you what that is in just a moment. Some new information on that, which I find very significant. But also, we're finding out a little bit from the Ukrainian situation I want to share with you this morning. I want to thank Mary Lou for this report, and that is a group of 19 Ukrainian Jews were immigrating to Israel today, May the 4th, 2014, amid an escalating crisis that has seen rising tide of anti-Semitism going on in the Ukraine, as pro-Russian demonstrators are beginning to rise with anger and hate toward the Jewish community there in the Ukraine. Some of the Jews are starting to flee as they've been threatened, their homes, their funds, and everything else that's going on there, their property, their lives. And so Jews are starting to think they need to get out of the Ukraine and try to migrate back to Israel. So, again, if you think anti-Semitism on the planet is over, you're crazy. It's really just beginning. The Holocaust brought to light what has been a problem since the days, since way back, in the days of Jacob and Esau. We are seeing continued anti-Semitism, hatred toward the Jewish people, and they keep migrating from different parts of the world back to the land of Israel, which was promised by God to be reestablished, and it was promised by God that it would be established, and God also said he would bring the Jews back to their homeland. Many of them, not all, but many of them, would come back to the land of Israel. We're seeing all of these prophetic revelations and the scriptures of God being fulfilled in these last days. It certainly should make you begin to understand you're living in the end times. Are you serious? My question is, are you saved? Are you playing around in the world? Are you still trusting in some false idol god, some religious guru? Are you still playing around in sorcery? Are you still messing around in the world with this anti-God behavior, this anti-Christ spirit? It's time to give your life to Jesus Christ. Be born again, because we're truly living in the last days. And forget that. Just hold that back for a moment. What about the joy of having Christ in your life and living victorious? That's what it's all about. Having the joy of the Lord and knowing that you're on the right side of this thing as the earth continues to spin out of control with turmoil on every side. Oh, give your life to Christ. I'll be right back with that breaking news from Malaysia in just a moment. God bless.